What's good, y'all? Welcome back to Reaction Channel. We're currently at 3,500 subs. Leave a like on this video. Let's keep the channel growing. I genuinely appreciate it. I never expected this kind of traction or viewership on this channel at all. Anyways, today I'm a little bit anxious. Like, I got a little bit of anxiety running just making this video because I'm going to be ranking basketball YouTubers, basically. This is a part one. If this one goes well, then I'm going to make a part two with all the Balls Life players, and I left out a few select people to put in part two if that's something that you guys want to see. But this is basically just a test because there's not a whole lot of reactions to be had right now. There's not a whole lot of videos I'm really interested in reacting to, so I was like, all right, what can I do today? So we're going to be ranking basketball YouTubers. Again, anxious going into this topic because I don't want to upset anybody. I don't, you know what I mean? Like, but hey, we're going to roll with it. I haven't put a whole lot of thought into these rankings, so I'm going to kind of be going through it and speaking my mind out loud. So we're just going to get right into it, man. We got Flight. First of all, we got two OGs we're going to be ranking first, paying homage to the lane that they have helped create. Big shout out to Flight and Cash. Flight. Oh, by the way, this is solely off of basketball ability. This has nothing to do with entertainment or who I like to watch. I watch Flight every day. I don't watch most people every day. I don't literally watch Flight every day, but he's very entertaining. But with that being said, we got to put Flight at a 55 overall. You know what I'm saying? Like, self-explanatory. I don't think I need to say more on that. Next up, we got Cash Nasty. Cash has come a long way since I first seen him. At first, when I first saw Cash years ago, I'd probably put him in this category. To date, I would put him probably as a 77 overall. And what I'm basing these rankings off of is not just 1v1, not just 5v5, not just 3v3, and not just your skill set, but how all those things come together. So I'm thinking about how you play within a team, what value you can bring to that team. Can you play a specific role, and things like that. So I got Cash as a 75 overall because I think he adds a lot of value to any team he's on. If I personally would like, if I was playing pickup and I had 10 guys, there's a good chance I would pick a guy like Cash up. Like a really good chance as maybe my third pick. Just because of the role he plays and he really understands it and the effort he brings. So, got him at around a 75, but in that C tier. Next up, Crash Nasty. Gonna go into the Zone 6 guys. This is a difficult one. I'm gonna put him low 80s. I think that he has potential. I don't know if he'll ever fully tap into it. I think he's a good defender. I think when he's locked in, he is a solid basketball player. He'll surprise you with some of the things he'll do offensively every now and then. And every now and then he can upset someone 1v1 just because of the way he plays and the nature of his game. He's really nonchalant, but he can surprise you. So I'm gonna put Crash at an 81. I'm gonna put Crash at an 81. I think he can, if he wanted to, I think he could turn it up and become a high 80s kind of guy. Again, this is kind of going with the flow. I haven't given this a lot of thought, so I hope you guys don't shred me for these rankings. Next up, we got Drifty J. Drifty J, another Zone 6 guy. Drifty is up and down, man. He's up and down just like Crash. I'm gonna put Drifty at an 82 because of his current skill set. I feel like he has the tools to be good. He just doesn't necessarily put it all together all the time in these games. He had a great performance against the East Coast squad, and I thought after that would really kickstart him into, just a new level of his game. He's still young. I think he's got a lot of growing to do, but I'm going to give him an 82 currently. Next up, we got the Carmelo Anthony of Zone 6, the leader and captain himself. I'm going to give Cam an 85 overall. He has the tools to score the ball. He can put it on the floor. He can shoot. He has a nice flow and pace to his game. I think he's another one, and he's still young too, so I think he could really ramp it up to really becoming an elite player in the next few years if that's something he wants to do. I think he has the tools, and I think he continues to get better. I'm going to go with the 85. Next up, we got Kenny Chow. Kenny Chow is an interesting one. I'm going to put him in the C tier. And the overall I'm going to roll with him is going to be, oh man, it's so tough. Kenny has one of the most up and down basketball performances I've ever seen. I'm going to go with, man, I'm going to have to go with the 76. It kind of hurts me to say that, but I'm going to go with the 76. I think, and I gave Cash a 77. The reason I gave Cash a 77 is because, or the reason I'm giving Cash the edge is because of the way he can play with the team and the way he can play a specific role. I think he can play defense and rebound really hard for a team, which adds value. Kenny's skill set is better than Cash's, but I'm going to give Cash the nod on that. I'm going to go Kenny Chow 76. That's the ranking. I'm rolling with it. Bear with me. Next up, we got B. Ellis, man. B. Ellis. Wow, this is a very tough one for me. I'm not going to lie. This is a very tough one for good reason, too. Not in a negative way. He has a beautiful skill set. He has a great approach to the game. I think he has intangibles that affect the game just like his actual tools and his skill set to affect the game. And that's why, oh man, this is tough. This is tough. Whew. Okay, I'm gonna Okay. For now, I'm going to give B. Ellis an 89. I really want to give him a 90. I just want to see a little bit more in a 5v5 setting. I know what he brings in a 5v5 setting, and like I said, I think he brings intangibles, leadership, intensity, defense, unselfishness, which is so underrated, especially when you're playing with other creators that really look to score the ball. So it pains me not to give B. Ellis a 90, to be honest, possibly even 91, but we're gonna roll with the 89 for now. And that's what we're sticking to. That's a ranking. B. Ellis 89. Chris White. This is a really interesting one. This is a really difficult one for me as well, because I have a lot of respect for Chris White's game. And I have a lot of respect for it because, again, I think he has a solid skill set for a big, but I think he has intangibles that add value to a team. He's not selfish, which it kind of surprised me the first time I played with him. I'll be honest. I didn't know that he would make the correct decision every single time. He doesn't ever really force anything. If he does get into that where he's, trying to ISO on the perimeter and stuff like that, that's not his game. But when he plays within himself, which is the vast majority of the time, wow. This is tough. I'm kind of torn here. I'm gonna go Chris White. If he watches this, he's probably gonna be mad at this. I'm gonna go 88. I want to see more of him against another big. That's the only reason. That's not really fair to hold against him, but that's what that's a ranking I'm rolling with. Again, haven't given this a whole lot of thought, but I do have a lot of respect for how he plays the game, and he's somebody that is easy to play with. So, anyways, up next, we got Friga, man. Friga, I'm just going to go ahead and put him in this category. Friga shoots the ball so well. He knows how to play the game. He's been playing great over the past 6 to 12 months. I feel like he's gotten a lot better than any time before that. He attacks the basket really well. He can play defense solidly. Yeah, I'm going to roll with Free Guy. I'm going to give him a 90. I'm going to give him a 90 overall. Doesn't really get outside of himself. We're going with the 90 overall. Next up, we're going to get into 2 hype. We got LSK. LSK, another one that I like his game. I like that he's getting back into the scene and we're able to see him in the House of Highlights stuff. I'm going to go LSK. I'm going to give him an 85 as well. Ability to stretch the floor. I think he has maybe the highest upside on this segment of the YouTube basketball tiers or whatever I'm doing right now. I think he has the highest upside, but I don't think I don't see the drive on the court. I don't see as much passion. And I think for that reason, he's at 85. I think he could be in the 90s, low 90s, if he had some of the intangibles. But he shot the ball really well in the House Highlights. Really impressed me. His skill set's really good. You can tell. And by the way, this is current state. So maybe LSK used to be better, but that's what I'm rolling with. Next up, we got another 2 hype member, Zach TTG. I'm going to roll right now. And again, I see the comments. I saw some of you guys had him. He used to play college basketball and things like that. There's a wide variety of college basketball and what level it is. Some of you guys did say he played Division I. I don't know if that's true. I don't know all the context. I don't know if it was on scholarship and things like that. I'm not disrespecting Zach. Just from what I've seen very little of him. And I didn't watch film before this. But from what I've seen from Zach, I'm going to roll with the 82. Because, and honestly, and I gave Drifty an 82, and I think Drifty's skill set is definitely better than Zach's. But Zach did play really hard, and he played solid defense, and I just feel like he had some of those intangibles. So I'm going to give him an 82. Next up, we got Slim Reaper. This is such an interesting one because he can fluctuate from a 79 to a 99. He's one of the streakiest guys I know, and a guy that it really matters who he's playing alongside as well. But ultra talented. You guys already know, like, we all know Slim. Over the past year, we've gotten to see this dude is like a unicorn. He's regardless of you like him, you dislike him, whatever it is, he's a unicorn. Well, there's not many people like Slim out there. He's just a different kind of guy. The way he jumps, he might not even jump the highest in the world, but it feels like he does when he dunks the ball. I'm going to go... Wow. I'm going to go with the 88. I'm going to go with the 88. He can be in the low 90s on a good day for sure. But I'm going to roll with the 88. That's the ranking I'm rolling with. Okay. I know I'm going to get some backlash probably for these rankings. All right. Next up, we got Marcellus Howard. This is a tough one. Wow. Man. Marcellus. Okay. All right. You know what? I'm going to go with Marcellus as a 90. I'm going to go with a 90 as well. I think his pace is amazing. I think he from what I've seen, and it's hard because some of these guys I've never seen in person too. I've never seen play in person, but from what I've seen, Marcel knows how to play with the team. I see the heart, I see the hustle, and I also see we all see the skill set, obviously, and the ability to make the right decision and affect the game as a point guard. So I'm gonna go with the 90 overall with him. I think him and Bielis are really impressive PGs. Next up, we got another PG. We got T-Jazz. T-Jazz, we haven't gotten to see a lot of him the past year in terms of really in the community, playing against other creators and things like that. So this is kind of a tough one. But I am going to put him in this tier, in this 80 to 89 tier. I think he could for sure be in the 90s, but from what I've seen lately, and just need to see more of him. He hasn't really had, like, I need the opportunity to see more of him against, you know, in these games and things like that. I'm going to roll with an 89 with TJS. Don't crucify me in the comments. Share. I know other people may have other opinions. TJS's skill set is amazing. He can shoot the ball. He did take an L against Crash, but I don't give that much. That doesn't hold much weight to me. I'm taking everything into consideration: 5v5, your skill set, how you play consistently, and things like that. I think his skill set's amazing. I think he's got a nice pace, and yeah, I'm gonna roll with the 89. White Iverson. This is tough, man. This is another tough one because a lot like Slim, Iverson is kind of like a point guard version of Slim in some ways. He's very streaky. It matters who he's playing with. He needs to be the focal point of the offense, a lot like Slim. This is tough. I'm definitely going to put him in this tier just for those reasons. I'm going to give Iverson an 88 overall. I'm going to give Iverson an 88 overall. He can have a 90 kind of day, but that's what I'm going to go with. Last, but definitely not least, YPK Ray. I see the comments. You guys really love Ray, and I'm a fan already, and I've only seen him play one time. I can't wait until this Thursday to see him play amongst the other House of Highlights games. Like, there's some really exciting things coming up in the community. We got the House of Highlights this Thursday, which I'm very excited for, and I feel like people that are into this community are excited for it. And then next week, we have the Balls Life King of the Court event with B. Ellis, Will Tune In, and Nazir. So that's going to be a crazy one. That's going to be a crazy one. 3 dogs. But some cool stuff coming up in the community. Back to the ranking. YPK Ray, new to the scene. Haven't seen enough of him. I've seen him play literally one time in the House Highlights, and I don't want to overreact. I think he's a GOAT, and I think his potential is through the roof. I'm going to give Ray an 89 for the reason that I haven't seen him shoot the ball yet. I'm not saying he can't, but I haven't seen him shoot the ball yet. I'll be excited to see that progression, even if he can't shoot the ball and it just turns out his percentages are terrible. I still have him as a great player, so his ranking wouldn't drop much from here. But yeah, kind of crazy. I'm gonna give I did, when I think about it, I gave Ray an 89 and I did give Iverson an 88. You know, and I think I gave TJS an 89 as well. So yeah, I think this is a very close list all around, especially like you see a lot of guys in the B tier, wide ranging, have some of the zone 6 guys as kind of like lower 80s and stuff like that, and it kind of went up. But yeah, if you guys agree with this list, that's cool. If you don't, let me know in the comments. Again, comments have been great lately, very mature. That's a part of the reason I really enjoy this channel. I feel like the viewership is kind of older and just more reasonable. So yeah, man, let me know if you guys want to see a part 2. I'll include all the Ball is Life members. And I left out a few creators as well, like Scoob and things like that. So if you guys want to see that version, if you didn't like this, let me know. Say, Austin, don't do that again. That was corny. You're ranking basketball YouTubers. And I won't. And I'll just stick to reactions, and I'll try some other things. But just wanted to try something new. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you disagree with, what you maybe agree with. We're not going to see eye to eye on every single player here. So let me know in the comments. Drop a like on the video. Truly appreciate the support on the channel. It's been kind of surprising, I'm not going to lie. Hope you guys have a great Tuesday. And as always, appreciate you guys. Peace.